Hello everybody, it's Club Rugby TV. It's Wednesday night and we bring you the very best of Western Province Club Rugby and of course your favourite show which you tune in religiously every Wednesday night. We know that. We know that because you love Club Rugby. Alright folks, one of the things we're going to do tonight is we're not going to talk about Springbok Rugby. What a dismal failure by the Springboks. We'll talk about that maybe a little bit later, but I did say I wasn't going to talk about it, but I just might not be able to hold back as the rest of the nation is also. But folks, big show tonight, lots of highlights, lots of action leading up to the President's Cup. And who better to tell us about the President's Cup challenge than the President himself? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Thello Wakefield. Hello, Mr. Wakefield.
Hello, good evening, JP. It's nice to be back.
Yeah, we haven't had you on the show for a while. When you came, you were sitting here just now, you were saying to me, well, all this new stuff in there. We got TV screens and we've got the stuff on Belleville Glass. And I can't believe you haven't been on with us for a while now.
I must say, it really looks nice.
Ja.
Looks smart.
Ja, we keep ons kom ook bietjie hier en daar en ons sit hom bietjie aan mekaar so een ding op 'n slag. All right, Mr. President, big day for us. Newlands Thursday. Tomorrow, well, we know this is what it's all been coming down to. We've gone through the leagues, but very exciting having the President's Cup again.
Yeah, it's the second time that we will have the games at Newlands.
Yeah.
Last year was our inaugural year, and it was such a nice day. And looking at the teams for tomorrow, it seems to me that we're going to have another fun-full day. So nice to have young stars and Hansen Arts and all the other guys at Newlands tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it.
A lot of excitement, but of course it was a hard road getting there. It wasn't that easy. Let's take a look, folks, at some of the highlights. This weekend we went down to False Bay. It was, of course, it was Durban up against Marties, and it was False Bay against Hamilton's. Let's first check out now some of the highlights from the first half. Durban against Marties. Then we'll ask the President to give his informed rugby opinion on the performance of both teams. Back in a sec. Well, as expected, an action-packed match there between Durban and Marties. Mr. Wakefield, first half, looks like the boys can still run the ball.
Yeah, JP, I watched a few games. I saw Tygerberg against Silurians.
Yeah.
And I saw Hansen Arts against Kailsriver. What a humdinger You know, Hansen's winning at the last minute.
Maar ek sien nou baie van die Maties ouens, baie van die universiteite, hulle speel al klaar oorsee. I know that the UCT apparently won the Oxford World Cup or
That's
something.
right, yes. That's right. And I saw Scottish Club against Bella. What a wonderful match. And I must say that I would have liked to see our provincial coaches and selectors or whoever they are there to see the standard of rugby. It was really good.
Okay, well let's get into some of the other matches in a second, but I want to show you now the second half of the match between Durban and Marties, because this is where the clincher came in, and it was always going to be the winner of these two teams that made it into the final at the President's Cup. So, Mr. Wakefield, but I can tell you that Peter Joosten, Zalt Marais and Danny Jones were at this game. They were keeping a beady, and Rob Wagner. They were all watching this game with interest to see who was going to make it into the President's Cup, but it was a good game.
Yeah, it's important for the guys, you know, to watch club rugby. This is something that never happened in the past.
Yeah.
Executive members watching their own clubs, and it's good for them to go out to various clubs and to watch them. Peter phoned me one afternoon and he said to me that he was on his way to Silurians and from there to Stellenbosch.
Yeah,
I was
and
right.
City Park as well.
I was right on the other side in Peniel, and as you know, it's always nice to visit Peniel. We have the vibrant Mybergs, you know, and that was a nice day, very exciting day.
All right, folks, let's take a look at the second half. Durban against Marties, and this is where Durban put it away to secure their spot in the finals of the President's Cup. All right, folks, there you have it. It's Durban beating Marties. A good result then, and Marties, at least Durban, going into the finals at the President's Cup. Mr. President, in terms of these two teams, Durban, Marties is an outstanding team, but Durban, they are still currently the title holders, and they're going to be looking to defend their title from the President's Cup from last year.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Durban would go all out sort of to retain the title, and last year they did well. I was not surprised when I heard they won the Marties. They play good rugby.
Yeah. Of course, 22-7 was the result there. Jan Loopshaw will be very happy. He's had a bit of an up and down season, but now he'll be happy to be going to Newlands.
I think Jan is a good coach. He was a provincial coach years ago. He coached the amateur side.
Yeah.
And he did well. Sort of very conscientious, scholar of the game, and he's a good man overall.
All right, well, of course, they're going to be up against Hamilton's. Hamilton's going to come out guns blazing. We saw that actually happen over the weekend. But before we do that, we managed to catch up with Chris Rousseau. Now, Chris Rousseau played for Western Province Rugby, so no stranger to the Newlands track, should we say. Also played overseas, and Chris Rousseau was, of course, the coach at Marty. So losing coach, and then Chris Smith, the captain of Marty. So losing and captain and coach, we've caught up with them. Right, folks, it's been a tough game here. Of course, Marty's up against Durban. With us now, legendary Western Province rugby player, Chris Rousseau. Chris, tough game voor julle.
Ja nee, het was een baie toffe game. Ek dink Durban het baie goed gespeel. Uit die aard van die saak is ons nou maar einde van die seisoen, so ek dink die manne se stoom het opgeraak.
Dis maar dit gaan, maar vir die res, julle het nog steeds bo uitgekom met die liga. Julle is seker trots daarop.
Ja, dis ons 4 jaar in 'n ry nou weer. So ons is baie trots op die liga, maar ek meen ons weet mos hierdie dag gaan oor rugby en nie oor die wen nie, en ons kry dit om hier te wees waar almal uitkom om rugby te support.
Chris, ons kry nie baie kans om met jou te gesels nie. Ons sien die ouens is klaar so besig om op te hardloop. Ek weet jy wil in die change room kom, so ons sê maar vir jou dankie en hopelik kry ons jou weer binnekort.
Thanks, Happy.
Chris, tough game for you guys today.
Yeah, no, very tough game. I thought our forwards just struggled to get into the game, and obviously we couldn't build phases and actually play a bit of rugby, which is a bit unfortunate, but otherwise always nice to play a bit of rugby, and
Just speaking to other Chris now, obviously you guys must be very proud of winning the league.
Yeah, no, that was obviously an awesome achievement, and I think we're very happy with that, and that was our sort of main plan for the season, was to win the league, and this was a bit of extra, yeah.
Thanks, Chris. I know you want to get inside with the boys there and probably have a cold one. Well done.
Cheers, thanks very much.
Shot. Nice chatting there with Chris Rousseau and Chris Smith. Mr. Wakefield, nice to see a guy like Chris Rousseau and Peter Rousseau, but Chris in this case, hy het bietjie gebly, teruggekom na sy roots toe hierso.
Ja, ek onthou Chris toe hy vir die WP gespeel het, en eendag was 'n onttrekking op die vleuel, en ons het teen die Leeu's gespeel, en
het julle hom op vleuel gesit?
Speel ons hom op vleuel. Wel, ek dink hy het 'n bitter dag beleef teen Chester Williams. Op die ou einde het hy homself geïnspireer deur te sê ek speel nie teen hom nie, hy speel teen my vandag. Dit was 'n goeie dag vir hom. Ons het wel die wedstryd verloor, maar Chris kon nie oral gebruik.
Kan nie alles wen.
Loskakel, heel agter vleuel oral, jy weet.
Great speel. It was a great fly. Right, folks, winning captain and coach then, of course, from Durban, Marius White and Jan Loubser, as we mentioned earlier on. Let's catch up with them. Alright, mense, saam met nou is Jan Loubser. Hy is natuurlik die afdragter by Durban. Jan, dis nou 'n ander game vandag. Maar lekker victory vir julle teen Maties, 'n goeie span.
Ja, Maties is altyd 'n goeie span en is altyd baie lekker om teen hulle te wen. Ons het in die tweede ronde van die WP liga het ons bietjie beter gevaar as in die eerste een na die klub kampioenskappe. Die ouens het vandag baie karakter gewys. Die seisoen is baie lank vir ons. En dit is 'n nuwe kompetisie en dan moet jy jou instel vir 'n nuwe kompetisie en die doelwit was to go to the final en daai koppie is nog ons in, hè.
Wel, ek wil net sê julle is nog die President's Cup champions.
So we've got one hand there,
Yeah.
and we will be up for it to defend it solidly on Thursday, for sure.
Fantasties, Jan, ons lus dit daarso. Ek wil jy wil ingaan met die boys. Great game vandag en ja, ons sal maar sien. Dis een van hierdie twee spanne agter ons nou.
Ja nee, dis reg. Ons sal reg wees. Dankie.
Thanks, Jan. Swat man. Ek sê hier so is al met Whitey, die kaptein van Durban. Whitey, good victory vir julle vandag, né?
Ja, nee, kyk, om 'n Maties-span te speel is nooit maklik nie. Maak nie saak wanneer en waar jy hulle speel nie. Maar ek moet sê ek moet krediet gee aan die ouens. Hulle het vandag goed uitgekom en well done. Dit was 'n goeie wen geweest vir hulle.
Marius, sê my 'n bietjie die strong points vir julle ouens vandag. Ek meen volgens hierdie binne nou wel soos die ouens nou met ons natuurlik op die TV sien is die game môre, die President's Cup van vandag was dit nog 'n paar dae om te speel, maar die sterkpunte wat julle nou uit hierdie game uit sal vat, want ek meen as jy kyk na die twee spanne hier agter ons nou, dis een van hierdie twee ouens tussen Hamiltons en natuurlik False Bay en hulle is goeie spanne. So wat is die sterkpunte wat julle nou uit vandag se game sal vat vorentoe?
Ek moet sê ek dink ons dissipline was baie goed geweest en ons pak het as 'n unit het ons baie goed gespeel, ons het goed gedryf en ek dink die dissipline was baie goed geweest. Ons continuity in die spanverband my general play was goed geweest en ek dink die structure wat ons met die game ingegaan het ons goed afgedwing.
Luister, die ander ding is natuurlik dat elke week kies ons die afrigter van die wenspan kry die kans om die man of the match te kies en jy is die kaptein vandag en die Evox Advanced Nutrition man of the match. So,
dankie.
Wat posisie het jy vandag gespeel, flank of agste man?
7 flank geweest, ja, maar ek sal dit maar skenk aan die jonger garde daar in die tokkamer. Thanks.
Hulle moet bietjie hulle recovery reg kry.
Ja, ek glo so, ja.
Luister, Marius, baie dankie. All right, folks. Okay, congratulations, Marius. You're of course the Evox Advanced Nutrition Man of the Match. They're walking away with the prize and a great captain. Now, the reason that the president is laughing at me, meneer, Mr. President, Mr. Wakefield, hoekom lag jy vir my so lekker?
I believe something happened to you during that match. Could you explain, perhaps?
Ja, nee, ek sal dit verduidelik, ja, but ek weet nie, false buy for some other reason. I don't have the best of luck there, but while I was interviewing Marius, somebody put a massive up and under up at the ball. Somebody put a massive up and under up, and while I was busy with the interview, the ball came from behind and smashed me and the microphone, and Sadiq, our cameraman, went one side, and then of course the ball bounced up against Marius and hit him in the face, and then it bounced back and hit me in the face. So it was a comedy of errors, and the Falsbear fans of course had a great time laughing at my expense. But yeah, Mr. Wakefield, that's I suppose the price we pay for getting on the side of the field.
I think that was just a sign what was about to come later in the evening, wasn't it?
Yes, no, absolutely. That was, of course, the night that the Springboks lost to the mighty Japan. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. We'll take an ad break, folks, because it is, of course, the President's Cup tomorrow. We expect you to come out in your droves. There's going to be Braaivleis. It is Heritage Day. It is Heritage Day, so what better way to celebrate Heritage Day than Braaivleis? And of course, there's a super fan competition at Newlands. It's going to be great fun. When we come back, we'll take a look at the highlights between Hamilton's and, of course, a False Bay. It was home ground advantage for False Bay, but I'll let you check the action after the break. Right, folks, one of the big games then, it was Hamilton's against False Bay. This was going to be determined who was going to go into the finals between False Bay and Hamilton's to take on Durban at the President's Cup. Let's catch the first half of the match between False Bay and Hamilton's at False Bay.
You still got the penalty advantage. Backwards, still. Tackler, hey, talk! Okay, 4 out now! All right. You got that? Yeah, you got the penalty advantage. Over. Advantage, yeah, penalty advantage. You got the penalty advantage. Advantage is over. There's a tackle. Out. Are you out? Then go to your fly half. Just go to your fly half if you're out so that you're in the same line. Yeah, perfect. Let's go. Here's your receiver. No one, no one. It's just a couple in a row, same number. Either we have to improve the discipline or something else is going to happen. We'll call here. There's a penalty. Yeah, advantage. You got the advantage, Green. Knocked on and down. Thank you. Good mark.
Right, well, you can see Hamilton starts setting the tone there. They've got some serious gas on the back line there, but that's pretty much what we expected. So let's quickly take a look at the second half. We've got a lot of stuff we still want to talk about. I'm going to come back to the president, Mr. Wakefield, in a second or so, but let's catch up with the second half, and then we're going to analyse the game a little bit, and then we'll start taking a look at some of the President's Cup.
Stay 9. Okay, 7 the receiver, fine. Stay down. Okay, use it, 9. Feet. You got a penalty advantage. That's it. If you want it, yeah. If you're not. Back now, off, eh? Back up. Back by red! Fine. Seven up. Got them all. Yeah, you must come in last feet, hey guys. No, you good. Play on. Stay square. Stay 5. Engage. 9.
Welcome back, everybody. There you go. Okay, so it's pretty much the coolest deur die kerk, so to speak. Of course, it is Hamilton's up against Durban in the finals at the President's Cup. Before we go to the man of the match and the captain and the coach, of course, Graham Knoop and John van der Walt, Mr. Wakefield, two of the top teams then going into the finals at Newlands. False Bay have had a fantastic season, but Hamilton's on the day, they just looked a little bit hungrier, and that they deserved the win.
Yeah, I always say that rugby at that level is very tough, very hard, and teams coming up from Super League B can prepare for a tough season ahead.
Yeah,
you know, It's, rugby is very good at Super League A level.
I mean, this year Durban lost to Hamilton's by just 3 points, 19-16. So
Exactly.
Yeah, and what's more is they're both Community Cup. They've had the same Community Challenge. Sorry, Community Cup. I'm getting lost with all our different competition.
Challenge.
Community Challenge. So they've both had exactly the same amount of games during the season. So it's going to be an interesting, tough game.
Yeah, it will be. One must actually listen to Jan. Jan said it's a very long season. It's a lot of rugby for the players.
Yeah.
And to produce this kind of rugby, this half of the season, for me, it's excellent.
Yeah. All right, folks, let's catch up with the losing captain and coach, Graham Knoop, and otherwise known as Snoop, and Jonathan van der Walt, the coach of False Bay. And folks, with me now, Graham Knoop. Graham, Snoop, tough game today.
Yeah, it was a tough game. All credit to Hammies. They came out. False Bay historically isn't an easy place to play, and you got a front up, and they did.
Your boys are obviously very proud still, considering how you guys did against UCT. I mean, it's the end of the season for you guys, but you've had the time of your life this season so far.
Yeah, it's been a great season for the Bay. I think one of the best seasons in 40 odd years. I think there's been a little quote that's been thrown around this season to stop bringing the gears. Because too many guys bring too much gears to False Bay these days. So we've got a nice team environment. The club's doing nicely. There's a nice atmosphere here. And hopefully it's a welcoming place for opposition as well. Hopefully they enjoy playing against us, which I think they do.
You guys looking forward to taking a little break now? Any plans?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to a break. We're going to see what's going to happen with the Community Cup next season.
Yeah.
And we'll set our training around that.
Yeah.
But I think in the all season, guys will try to stick together. The nice thing is we're not just teammates, we're big mates as well. So the guys will definitely stay in touch in the off season and get together.
Snoop, great game as always, and great gears.
Cheers, thanks JP, appreciate it.
Right, folks, with me now, Jonathan van der Walt, the head coach here at False Bay. Jonathan, last time we spoke, it was a massive victory for you guys, as you did so well in the league, beating UCT and coming out with the honours of the Community Cup whenever it is next year. Didn't go your way today.
No, Japes. 2 weeks ago was obviously something very, very awesome. And look, today was quite simple. Hammies arrived, and straight from the start, rugby's quite simple. If you don't win your set phase, scrums and lineouts, it's always going to be a very difficult day for you out there.
It's been a long season for everybody. You guys must be looking now forward to the break.
JP, we cannot wait. Rugby World Cup has not come at a better time. We can kick up our feet, we can relax, we can enjoy a beverage or two, and enjoy a very nice off-season. It's been a lekker 9 to 11 months of preparation and work, and I'm sure the boys' bodies are a little bit sore and tired as well.
Can you just tell me, from a clubhouse point of view, I'm assuming that with the World Cup and all the games, you guys must be operating and inviting people to come and watch games here in the evenings?
Oh yes, most definitely, JP. I think as we look around here now, there's probably about 7-8 screens here. So we've got guys in the tent, guys outside, guys inside. There's obviously just people. I just hope they have enough beverages and staff to obviously help everyone out. So yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to it, and we know the food is really good, yeah. And of course, with all the games in the World Cup, False Bay is going to be a great place to come and watch the games.
Yeah, definitely, and I encourage everybody to come down, especially if they are not doing much on the weekend. Come down to False Bay. Southern style burger is definitely one to try out.
Is that the one?
Definitely would.
Jono, you've been incredible all season. The season isn't finished for us yet, so we're expecting you on the show all the time. So go and enjoy a cold one, and we'll hopefully catch you on the big screen soon.
Short put, thanks a lot.
There we go, folks. Jonathan van der Walt, fantastic always talking to Jonathan van der Walt there. What a gentleman of the game. It's been a long season for False Bay, Mr. Wakefield, but nice to see that the players still have their chin up, and obviously on that night they couldn't wait to get into the beer garden to have a cold one, because the box had just about to kick off like 5 minutes later. But the spirit amongst the boys is still good, win or lose.
Yeah, I must say the spirit amongst all the clubs. It's been a long season for all the clubs.
Yeah.
On Saturday, I could see the enthusiasm is still there. People enjoying themselves up to the last minute. The players being happy to sort of win. They have that team spirit, like the guy said. Gees is there.
Can't beat Gees.
It's good, absolutely.
Gees is wat jy in 'n game toe moet bring.
Yeah, and that's why I believe we have a very good club rugby structure in the Western Province. I sincerely hope that we can continue with it.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, right now we're the envy of all rugby unions in the country because we've got such great gears here.
Yeah, you know, where I sit, I'm a member of the General Council at SARU.
Yeah.
And when I tell all the other presidents that I have 100 clubs in Western Province, hoe kom jy klaar met 100 clubs? Hoe doen julle dit? Hoe administreer julle dit? And it's much easier, I must say, to administer 100 clubs of this caliber than to have 18 clubs up in the Northern Transvaal or Gauteng area.
Yeah.
And they season finished sort of at June, July already.
And what do you do then?
Absolutely.
I mean,
That's the
just like
question I ask myself, you know, what do? They just having a ball of a time after the rugby season. I believe in the Free State, the rugby season is finishing clear by June, end of June already. The guys got nothing to do.
You can't offer people like that. I mean, what if I want to do fitness and I just want to be where I go to the club and I say, can I join your club? They say, no, you must come back next year.
Exactly.
You're not going to get any points for your gym membership, folks. Right, the winning captain and coach, Jody Birch and Anton Wilman from Hamilton's. Right, folks, heading into the President's Cup final now, it's going to be new. Well, not new, but two champions up against each other. Hamilton's against Durban. With me now, the winners of the match between Hamilton's and False Bay, Jody Birch, the captain. Jody, congratulations, good match.
Yeah, thank you. Great match. You know, it was tough out there. I mean, great day with the weather. The Bay came at us in the first 20, but you know, we stuck to our guns, and I think we just said what we were going to do. We did it, and you know, we got the results. I'm damn proud of the boys.
We heard from the field a little bit, from the side of the field, that you guys were given a little bit more room to play and have some fun today.
Yes, you know, I mean, it's been a long season,
Yeah.
and you know, what can a coach say at this point? So today, you know, he kind of just gave us the free run. He said, play what's in front of you and have fun. You know, win or lose, have fun, and you know, we pulled it out today. So
clearly, Monty Dumond had a bit of fun. He very tactical with his kicking.
yes, no, you know, Monty doesn't kick always, and when he did today, you know, as a forward, it gave us, you know, so much confidence, you know, going forward. So yeah, it was great to have him on form today.
Now it's you guys up against Durban in the President's Cup final. You must be looking forward to that.
Yes, you know, we wanted a final this year, so we've got one now, and yeah, Durbanville's going to be a titanic battle. They play two big sides, like you said, two champions. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Jody, congratulations,
Thanks,
good match.
Thanks.
All right, folks, with me now, Anton Wilman, the coach of Hamilton's. Great game, Woolies. This is what you guys are looking for. You're on your way to Newlands.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to have put ourselves in position to go and challenge ultimately for the Grand Challenge or the President's Cup on Thursday. So really proud of the boys. It's been a tough part of the season to keep the guys motivated and really happy with the way they came through today.
And it's going to be a monster match. I mean, it was the two of you up in the Community Cup, and now we see you guys back at the President's Cup, sort of fitting into the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Durbanville obviously started the season fantastically well and slipped off a little bit when they got back from Rustenburg. But you can see the quality in their team, and they've put in some sterling performances in the quarterfinals and semis.
Yeah.
And I think they deserve to be there. They've played some nice rugby.
The one thing we know for a fact is that you both have played the equal amount of rugby this season. Some of the other clubs had shorter, less games, but you guys, you played Community Cup, you started at the same time, and you've come through in exactly the same amount of games.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a hell of a long season. It's been a lot of rugby. I think the game on Thursday will, I think depth will be tested.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's going to come down to the side that really wants it the most. But we're looking forward to it, and hopefully we can put some silverware back in Hamilton's cupboard.
Now, both you and Jan Loopscher, the coach of Durbanville, have got quite a lot of experience already at Newlands. Some of the players, it'll be a little bit new for them. But what do you make of playing at Newlands?
Well, I actually asked the guys on Tuesday night who hasn't played at Newlands, and I've only have one player who hasn't.
Oh, really?
Yes, so the they've got a lot of experience and a lot of guys who've been there before and played on that kind of big stage. But we're looking forward to going up against Jan. He's a wily coach. You know, I've coached with him.
Yeah.
I've coached against him. You know, he's a lovely man, and I know he's going to be prepared. And I've been doing my homework, and we'll give each other a real ding-dong battle on Thursday. Just before we finish, I just want to congratulate False Bay on coming second in the league and qualifying for Community Cup. I think they've had a fantastic season.
Yeah.
And whenever the Community Cup is, I wish them all the best for that. And just once again, congratulations.
No, fantastic stuff, Mullis. Well done.
Thanks,
But that's where to go.
Cheers. Thanks, Jack.
Capture. Right, folks, there we go. Jody Birch and Anton Wilmot from Hamilton's, all on the road now to the President's Final. That's tomorrow. Starts at Newlands. The gates opening at 11:45. The first game kicks off at 12:30. So the President's Cup, where you want to be tomorrow, make sure you get down there. Heritage Day, and it's of course a bright time. At every match, we choose an Evox Advanced Nutrition Man of the Match. And the Man of the Match this time round in the match between Hamilton's and False Bay was of course Jacques Oosthuizen. He's been on the Man of the Match before, incidentally. Hamilton's flank, and we managed to catch up with him straight after the game as we rewarded him with an Evox Advanced Nutrition Rapid Recovery. Remember, Evox Advanced Nutrition, of course, the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers. Anyway, Jacques Oosthuizen walks away with a Rapid Recovery. Right, mense, saam met my nou is Jacques Oosthuizen. Hy is vandag se Evox Advanced Nutrition Man of the Match. Jacques, weer eens wel gedaan. Dit is nou die tweede keer wat jy hierdie Man of the Match gekry het. Hoe is die arm? Ek dink die arm was laas keer 'n bietjie seer.
Ja, nee, dat is nou 100 altyd met so derby. Moet alles regkom. Net lekker, ja.
Jacques, hoe was die game teen False Bay? Jy is natuurlik die Man of the Match, so vir jou goed gegaan, maar hoe was dit?
Ja, dat is altyd teen False Bay 'n harde game. Wat 'n voorreg om hier te speel teen False Bay vir Hamiltons. Niks beter nie. En net dankie vir die Here.
Fantasties. Wel dan, Jacques. Geniet die Rapid Recovery.
Dankie. Lekker dag verder.
Welcome back, everybody. Yes, of course, congratulations there to Jacques Oosthuizen. And at every game, we managed to catch up with the fan. This time, the fan that wanted to be on TV was Dion de Vos. All right, let's hear what Dion has to say. Right, mense, saam met my is nog eens 'n False Bay supporter. Meneer, wat is jou naam?
Ek is Dion de Vos.
Okay, Dino, kom jy altyd na False Bay toe?
Ek is elke naweek hier. Elke naweek is ek hier. Die gees is goed, manne. Julle moet uitkom. False met 'n lieflike clubhouse. Ons kos, alles is lekker. Ons is altyd hier by die gees van die rugby. So julle moet uitkom.
Johnny het my nou net gesê hulle noem dit die Southern Style Burger of so ietsie.
Die Southern Style Burger, the Southern Style whatever. Chips, alles is lekker, manne. Kom uit asseblief en geniet die gees.
Dis al wat rugby oor belangrik is, nee, die gees.
Die gees en die spel, dis alles wat saak maak.
Dat sê meneer. Lekker om met jou te gesels. As altyd 'n goeie fan by elke klub.
Baie dankie, baie dankie.
All right, there we go. Mr. Wakefield, isn't it just the best of when we see the fans having a jol?
Well, I believe that each and every club should have a character.
Yeah.
And here we just saw a character now doing some nice promotion for the club, also the restaurant, I believe. And yeah, obviously a guy that loves his rugby.
Who's your favorite character at any specific club that you can think of, like Kelsriver or Elsie's or Hands and Hearts or anywhere?
Ah, there's so many, really, so many. But the guy who really stands out for me at provincial level was Tox van der Linde, you know.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, he was a scream. I enjoyed him thoroughly in the team.
I remember how bloody naughty him and Dan de Villiers...
Dan van Sail.
Dan van Sail, ja, ja. Twee van hulle was bloody stout.
Ja, nee, die ou wat altyd maar deurgeloop het was die manager, jy weet, maar
yeah.
I enjoyed them. They were good guys in the team. They kept the spirit up, you know.
All right, folks, we're going to take an ad break. We're going to come back. It is, of course, the Western Province Academy, one of the institutes, or at least the academy in Tokai. They had their awards over at least last week, Wednesday. We managed to send a camera out there to capture some of the awards, doing some excellent stuff. That after the break. Right, folks, the Western Province Academy and over in Tokai. Mr. Wakefield, you've just given me this book here, In Search of Excellence. Just tell us a little bit about this, because then I'm going to break. I'm going to move from this book into the story about the video of the Academy. What is the In Search of Excellence at Western Province Rugby all about?
This is something that I thought about some months ago. People think we only play rugby at Newlands. And they don't know the programs, projects that we are involved in.
Yeah.
So that book sort of gives you a very good idea of what we're busy with. There's quite a few interesting things to read, like schools rugby and rugby correctional services, our involvement there. And yeah, it's something that I
you
wanted
talk
to
here
bring
about
out.
your strategic plan, your professional teams, your high performance pathway.
Exactly.
The Western Province Academy, which is what we're going to look at now in a sec. The Faithful, Club Newlands, your CSI projects. I mean, there's 24 different categories here. It's quite a lot. I mean, do you guys have enough time to manage all this stuff?
It depends on the people, you know. I always tell them at Newlands that Newlands is not a holiday inn. Definitely not. It's not some leisure resort. They have to work. And that book gives you a very good account of what people are busy with at Newlands.
Yeah. Well, one of those things is, of course, the Western Province Academy in Tokai. Before we talk about the academy in Tokai, let's catch up with the awards that were held last week at Kelvin Grove.
Right, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Western Province Rugby Academy Awards evening. It's our second in concession and it's been a great success, as you'll hear.
I think guys are basically living their dreams here, which is fantastic. I was getting Scurra, been chatting to him, tapping, finding out about the scrums and that. We're playing for the best province, guys. I see that, I think of memories, wonderful memories. We used to practice on the breweries field here. And it's friends, you actually make friends for life. So the young guys that are here, Scurra, you must enjoy it.
The motto that we encourage our academy boys to embrace when they embark on a journey at the beginning of 2015. They arrive at the academy as boys who haven't necessarily been recognised by any union. They're passionate about the game. They've played a decent level at school, but potentially being not necessarily pushed aside, but not recognised by potentially their home union or the Western Province or the Sharks or the Bulls. And they come down here and they believe that they have the ability to make an impact on Western Province rugby, and that's what we at the Academy try and do. Just from an academy perspective, the opportunities that you've given the guys to come in, train with the Currie Cup side, expose them to a real high-performance environment. We see the benefit of that. How have you seen the growth of the boys in the period that you viewed them coming and training against?
You know, I couldn't believe the difference from what we saw out in those early games in Stellenbosch to what we saw at Newlands. I mean, they're amazingly disciplined. The type our players were. You know, like we did contesting against two bullies, and it was 50-50, you know, a lot of the time, against two super rugby locks. So the progress is amazing, and the discipline and the attitude and the enthusiasm, it's incredible. So we're going to keep going with it because I think our guys enjoy it and get some benefit out of it, and hopefully you guys do too.
Obviously your highlights of the year, obviously being selected for the Western Province in the 19th side must have been a real joy. Excellent. And we saw by some of the tries you scored, you bring a lot of joy to your teammates. Do you just prefer expressing yourself on the field rather than talking? What is your style of play?
I'm just expressing myself and enjoying rugby. That's all.
Excellent.
Folks, another great opportunity then. Lots of stuff happening at Western Province Rugby. If you're looking in search of excellence, so I'm looking for, where do we, I mean, I suppose I'm not going to ask now where one gets this book, like you go to buy the CNA or exclusive books to get this, but a lot of stuff in this 25 different categories. I mean, I think we've still got the rest of the year after the President's Cup and after the 7th season to talk about all this activity when we start looking at the legends, when we start talking about administration at Western Province. So we're excited to talk to you about that. We're going to take an ad break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the President's Cup. That's tomorrow. It's going to be a massive day. Right, folks, it is, of course, the President's Cup tomorrow at Newlands. It's going to be incredible. By the way, massive thanks to Hisense, our technical partner that has come on board as a supporter here at Cape Rugby TV. Hisense TV's behind us, helps these jerseys rotate. So there you go. There's everybody's just on all the jerseys. Bring the jerseys. It helps you get sponsors. There's Via Media behind me now. Of course, I come on board with Caledonia Roses for another season. And then, of course, Violets with Halfway Toyota. Rentec at Hamatiers, and right over there is Hamilton's, and right behind me over here is Strand Pioneers. So everybody's got an opportunity to get sponsorship because you've got TV exposure. So make sure that you chase that. It is the President's Cup tomorrow. It starts off at Newlands, and of course, kickoff starts off with the first game. Finals in Super League C starts at 12:30. Mr. Wakefield, President's Cup tomorrow. 3 games. It's action-packed rugby. Heritage Day. Perfect opportunity to come out for the day and enjoy it at Newlands.
Absolutely fun-filled, action-packed, like you said, and yeah, we hope to see a lot of people there. The South Stand will be open for prize, as you've heard this afternoon. And,
is that the Donny Craven stand?
That's the Donny Craven stand. People can have their braai there, and you will be there, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm going to be running up and down the field, and we're going to have fun.
And yeah, we're going to have fun, and I will be entertaining the executive members of the various clubs up in the
Of course, the clubs are. Let's
Suite.
quickly take a look at the poster. The pride of Western Province Club Rugby. There you see it. Western Province Rugby President's Cup Finals. This Thursday, tomorrow, Heritage Day, 3 League Cup Finals. 30,000 rands worth of prizes up for grabs. Of course, the event is supported by Total Sports, Treble, Castle Lager, Powerade, Builders Warehouse, Deep Heat, and of course Cape Town TV and Die Burger and Good Hope FM also supporting. Mr. Wakefield, just a quick one. Total Sports has come on board as a big supporter here, and we know that we've been talking about Total Sports now for a while, but of course Builders Warehouse, I believe Builders Warehouse is also supporting you now.
Yeah, Builders Warehouse will make some lucky prizes available in the President's Suite, and
Lekker.
yeah, the delegates will sort of...
Have you chosen what it is that you're going to want from Builders Warehouse? Maybe a pot plant hanger.
No, but they will be there, and I believe I must still go and see them right now.
Yeah.
And we hope to make it so nice for the people up in the President's Suite, you know.
If you want to go to Builders Warehouse and you need a guide, a tour guide, I think I'll come with you, because I know Builders Warehouse inside out. Anyway, folks, President's Cup final, let's quickly look at the fixtures then. It is, of course, in Super League A. I'm going to work it backwards now. Durbell are up against Hamilton's. Beautiful logos there, guys. Derby's taking on Hamilton's. Kickoff in Super League A is 4 o'clock. Just before that, then at 2:30, it's Union Mill up against Hands and Hearts at 2:30 at the President's Cup Challenge. And then, of course, in Super League C finals, Kraaifontein up against Young Stars. Kickoff is at 12:30, right? So that is, of course, the Super League C finals. So those are your 3 finals, folks. It is Kales River are up against, at least Kraaifontein is up against Young Stars. Union Mill take on Hands and Hearts at 4:30, at least 2:30, and then Durbell are up against Hamilton's at 4 o'clock. So gates open from 11:45. It's only 10 rand a ticket. You can get a ticket at a club near you, or of course at the gate, only 10 rand. Now don't, just understand the way that the braai place works, Mr. Wakefield. You can't bring your braai tongs, you don't need to bring wood, you don't need to bring anything, you just bring your meat.
Just bring your meat and your sausage, we will supply everything.
Alright, so you bring net jou wors. Kan ek 'n sushi saambring as ek wil?
Met die permissie van Heineke Meyer kan jy jou sushi saambring. Ons het ten minste nie sushi verband op Nieuweland hier, so you can have your sushi and eat
Nou
it.
dat ons praat van sushi, die sushi expert, ek hoor hy kom Kaap toe. Eddie Jones, what a snap, congratulations on bringing the world's best rugby coach to Cape Town to come and coach the Stormers.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's we're very, very fortunate that we clinched the deal before Saturday's game. Otherwise,
the share price might have gone up.
Absolutely, would have asked us to add another 0. But yeah, I'm delighted to have a good coach for next year. It's about time that we win something in the Super 15. And his mandate will be very clear, and that is to win the Super 15. We got some excellent young guys in as reinforcements for the team. And I'm looking forward to the Super 15. It's new ideas, it's a new coach, a new approach. And hopefully we can make it next year.
Do we know how long it is? How long will he stay? Eddie?
3 years.
3 years.
3
right.
years.
Fantastic stuff. Looking forward to having Eddie Jones on Cape Rugby TV at some stage. Maybe he'll come.
No, not maybe. He must come.
I like that. I like that. I like it when the president.
I'd like him to meet the people of Cape Town, sort of. Yeah, he must become,
Well, he's already
one
a fan.
of us.
I
He
mean,
must
he's
come
already
part
a
of the
hero.
family.
Yeah. You know, I'm sure that, I mean, everybody says there's just natural respect for him already. Anyway, we're not going to get into the whole Eddie Jones conversation right now. We're looking forward to having that conversation. We're looking forward now tomorrow. It's Friday. Don't bring your bride tongs, all right? Come and have a jaw. If you've got nothing to do, bring the kids, all right? It's a perfect opportunity for the kids that haven't had a chance to come to Newlands. It's only 10 Rand.
And no steel knives and forks, only plastic stuff.
Only plastic stuff.
And that's part of the security regulations, and unfortunately we have to follow that.
Okay. And the people will be making the fire for you. So you just need to bring your vleesbrand.
Jy brei net.
All right. You don't even have to bring chopsticks. You can just bring your plastic cutlery if you have to. Now, if you need advice on that,
I'll
you can
see
always...
that I'll visit the clubs on the Craven stand. Maybe there will be a prize for the braai also.
Like the beste braaivleis, man. Maybe we'll throw Ansel and April in there from Elsie's. He'll walk away with it hands down. Right, folks, so it's going to be a joyful Heritage Day celebrations tomorrow at Newlands, starting from gates open at 11:45, the first game, then at 12:45. Cape Rugby TV is going to be there. I'm going to be up and down the side of the field. Of course, big tournament. It's going to be extremely exciting. Mr. Wakefield, it was one of those shows where we just had to throw in so many highlights and throw so much run up to this. And we're, of course, looking forward to having you back in the show soon, because we know we've got the Western Province Awards coming up. But then we can talk a little bit more.
Absolutely. I must say I don't like all these adverts and stuff. We need to talk about rugby.
Yeah,
but it's good, you must have it.
Ons gaan meer gesels. Ons gaan nog baie meer gesels. And especially looking forward to having some of the legends of Western Province Rugby towards the end of the year on the show.
That'll be nice. I think it's time for them also to tell us their stories. I believe they've got some wonderful stories to tell, and looking forward to that.
Mr. Wakefield, thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Absolute pleasure for me to have been here. And thank you to Cape Rugby TV. It's been a long season for the players, and it's a long season for you as well. And I believe you will continue with your work after the rugby season. Thank you, JP. Thank you on behalf of all the clubs and the Western Province Executive. You've done a great job.
Now, Mr. Wakefield, well, we're all in this together. Clubs, fans, administrators, everybody in it together. Community TV, Cape Rugby TV. Big sense. Thanks then to Hisense, our official technical partner, who's come on board with Cape Rugby TV. The guys from Belleville Glass, who have, of course, supported Cape Rugby TV as well. And, of course, CTC Sports. Remember, you can get your rugby jerseys from them. Folks, that is a wrap from me. We'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. Have a fantastic rugby weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.